This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.
So excited to welcome our next guest, Laurén Laurino. She's the CEO and leader of Mountain Mobile Massage Events and Education. I'm talking about luxury on-site spa concierge services throughout Tennessee and, of course, surrounding states like Alabama, Georgia, you name it. Can't wait to talk to her more about this, like next level massage services that she offers. So first and foremost, so nice to meet you. How are you doing today?
I am well. Thank you so much, Jill. How are you?
Fantastic, and really excited to talk to someone who's from my favorite state. You're from Tennessee. Where specifically in Tennessee, darling?
Well, I'm in Middle Tennessee, but I am a hybrid Jersey girl. So I think that's like closer to your neck of the woods. So yeah, hybrid Jersey girl, transplant into Middle Tennessee, equal distance to Nashville, Chattanooga, and Huntsville.
Beautiful, because I was going to tell you before, but I'm going to tell you on air. I used to have a condo in Davidson County in the Adelicia, downtown Nashville, for
Beautiful.
8 years. Okay. And I thought I was moving down there. I was trying and I ended up renting it out. I could never get a job, but my son's godfather's from Nashville, from Belmead, and now he's in Green. Oh my gosh, I can't think of the name. Green, where's the mall? Green Hills. I just love it. I take my kids down there to the Gaylord Opryland Hotel. Like I love it. And the people, and it's just so beautiful. So I'm
And as
excited
you
to
know,
talk to
it's
someone.
booming now. This is why this company has been so successful because everyone from, up north and other areas are influxing here now because it's still, somewhat affordable to us. And we're looking for this level of concierge and service that my company provides.
Well, I can't wait to hear more. But first, I want to get to know you. I know, I got to hit the whole breakdown. First, tell me where you're from originally, which I know now, but give me your journey. And then I know you had that first massage when you were 18, but I want to get to know you. So give us a little of your backstory, please.
Absolutely. Born and raised in Union County, New Jersey. As mentioned, hybrid Jersey girl because my grandmother was from Columbus, Georgia, and my grandfather, who was in the military, married her and moved up to Union County, New Jersey, and had 8 kids. On the other side of my family, we were Italian and had the first Italian bakery, butcher shop, and grocery store in Union County, New Jersey. And I was raised by my older Italian grandmother while my parents worked full time for state government. And she raised me all natural garden to table garden state, right? And on holistic, medicine and that sort of thing. So the day after my 18th birthday, my mother, who was politically appointed for 40 years to state government, got me a job. And my parents' philosophy is you get a steady job with a pension and benefits, and you ride it out to you're 63, and hopefully you don't get hit by a bus 2 weeks after you retire so that you can enjoy it. Well, I had always wanted to pursue the holistic healing arts, and I made myself a promise when I stepped into, I was actually the youngest in my position in the state of New Jersey as a compliance officer for NJMVC and DOT, and made myself this promise that once I turned 30, I would pursue holistic healing arts full time. And sure enough, when I was 31 and a half, I got vested in my state government pension, sold my Honda Pilot for $10,000 cash, and hitchhiked and couch surfed out to California. After, as part of my rebellion, founded the first holistic chamber of commerce in the state of New Jersey and was working at the time with the New York Open Center, largest holistic urban learning center in the world. How I've got to personally assist names like Deepak Chopra 6 times, Marianne Williamson, David Wolfe, Gabriel Cousins, et cetera, and so forth. And then through my mom's connections, after I took my hiatus out to California and I was awarded a state Senate award from Senator Joel Anderson for my holistic health advocacy and work with the Topanga Canyon Children's Organic Garden, came back to the East Coast in the fall of 2014. And that's when I manifested the first IMDb listed holistic lifestyle television show. This show, Jill, it took me to almost 24 countries, showcasing the origin of holistic health, body work, and indigenous approaches. So I
Wow.
literally learned Thai massage in Thailand. Of course, I did go to school traditionally, the traditional education to get, massage training in the States, and I qualify license and sure all the things. But I learned Thai in Thailand from indigenous people. I learned acupressure in Beijing, China. I learned Mayan abdominal massage in Belize at Rosita Arvigo's home, the founder of Mayan abdominal massage, right? And then
My goodness.
I think you're a mama too, right? So
8 and 10, two boys. How old?
I just turned 8 Friday when Phil was interviewing me. So you can relate to this, I'm certain, as a lot of, in our age range, is my parents retired to Tennessee in the interim. I was living in the Seattle area, Bainbridge Island, and I was helping to relocate a luxury holistic spa from Capitol Hill to the island. And my parents retired to Tennessee because their annual property tax on 30 acres is what their quarterly electric bill was, 6 miles from Newark Airport, right? So
Oh
when
my
my
goodness.
contract was up, and by the grace of the divine, I moved to Tennessee for the free babysitting. I was a single mom at the time, and I moved here for the free babysitting.
I
And
love you. You are
thank God it was
hysterical.
right before, COVID, or I would have
Mhm.
probably felt a little bit more pigeonholed, but I saw a need for, because I say I'm in the backwoods of Tennessee. A lot of things are spread out. We can't just order Thai food at 11 o'clock at night to be delivered, right? So I saw a need and demand for more of a concierge approach. And then after COVID had sort of lifted, therapeutic touch was completely out the window during that height of things. And then everyone was starving for massage and stress relief, therapeutic touch, that sort of thing. So that's just in a nutshell the journey that brought me to Tennessee. Saw a need. This just happened. Not my first rodeo with different companies, but this one just hit the nail on the head. We are 27 contractors strong and growing.
God
And we have
bless.
great reviews and feedback. So please, please, please look us up on Instagram. And we specialize in groups and spa and bridal and bachelorette. All of y'all's guys. I compromise my hybrid word, y'all and yous
Y'all,
guys.
I love it.
Y'all guys.
Amazing.
You hop down,
Amazing.
it's a 2-hour flight to Nashville. You're on a bachelorette party. You want to build some R&R. We'll show up at your suite with our portable infrared saunas.
Oh my goodness. You are on fire. Okay, hold on. Was there any struggles along the way? Anything that really got you through? I know I just like asking, all of that. I read some stuff in your notes. Did you have any struggles?
Well, absolutely. That's all part of, like, how you can look back on your life and you can then connect the dots. It's like it
Yes.
doesn't make sense while you're living through it, and you're like,
Yes.
oh, that must have happened like because of this, and now I'm here. So as an example, so back in the day, I originally went to massage school in New Jersey, 2004, 2005.
Oh, okay.
And at the time, the program in Jersey was 15 months to even get out the gate. They trained you soup
Wow.
to nuts, spa, hot, cold water therapy, all the things, right? Well, Tennessee, even right now to date, the program length minimum requirement is only 6 months. So,
Really?
I'm not speaking about everybody, but you really just come out of school, you're rubbing oil on people.
Yep.
It really takes a unique individual to take it upon themselves to just go deep down the rabbit hole to really make this an exceptional delivery of a massage experience, not just rubbing oil on you, right? All right. So, back then, what was called the NBLEX exam didn't exist. It's kind of like the bar exam for an
Okay.
attorney. It's a
Okay.
universal, you got to qualify. So back then, the NBLEX did not exist. So I was grandfathered in. Well, in the height of COVID, at the time, now you can take all these continuing education classes on Zoom and online because they've opened it up
Yep.
more.
Mm-hmm.
In that interim, when I moved from Washington State to Tennessee, my license had lapsed. So
Okay.
Tennessee told me that because of that, I had to go back to school, abbreviate it for 6 months to then do the clinicals and take the NBLEX and pass. But
Wow.
when I first moved here, I had met someone. I had called all the schools, right, from Nashville to Knoxville, calling all of them, seeing who's going to give me, the best return on my transcripts, the credits, and
Mm-hmm.
path of least resistance so I could start to work in the field again. And I had met someone on Facebook dating, and we had gone through, the whole courtship, 2 years dating. They brought myself and my parents to their state state of origin to meet their parents. And I thought the ring was coming, right? And about 2 months after we had moved in together, 2 weeks before I would have had to register my son in the school out in that district, pulled the carpet out from under us and ended up getting with the person he was dating 2 years before me, shotgun wedding. They're happy with a baby now. But I connected the dots, and what I learned was, if I did not have that experience with this person, I would have never found the school that gave me the best deal and path of least resistance to get updated and credentialed in the state of Tennessee. Granted, I had to drive 90 minutes each way, only 2 days a week and not 4, like all the other schools would have made me do.
Yeah.
But that was one of the challenges. But I looked back and I was able to see the blessing and, of course, all the gifts that came out of the learning experience of being with someone in a relationship.
Wow, we have a lot in common, girl. We got to talk. I got to come to Tennessee. Oh my goodness. Well, I love that you're looking for the positive, and that's what I try to do in life. I've always been single. I had my first son by myself. I had the second one by myself. So I get it. I've struggled, and we've all struggled. But you look back, and would you change anything?
No.
Exactly. It's all happening for a reason. Well, I'm so excited that we're here talking today. And if you are just tuning in, let me remind you, Laurén Laurino, she's here talking to us, and we're talking about mountain mobile massage. I got to find out more. Okay, we're going to break this down because there's so many things that you offer, and I hope we have more than one show. But, let's talk. I mean, you want to talk about the next level or the master level massage. Why do we choose you? I want to find out more about this. This is amazing, the work that you're doing, and I want to get involved.
Jill, let me ask you this though, okay? And out there in the dating world, do you Google the person before you go out on a date with them?
Absolutely.
Right? That's what we do in this day and age. But do you Google your massage therapist?
Ah, shall I Google you?
Well, yes, you're more than
You
welcome.
should, right? Because reviews.
One of the things. You can always verify on the .gov website of your respective state the licensure of your therapist, any violations, if they're up to date. But something that I also like to look for is if that therapist has been licensed more than 5 years. Now, the reason for this is this career is such a high burnout career. Okay. So if that therapist isn't on a personal self-care regimen, taking care of themselves, mindful with intention, they're not going to make it past the 5-year mark. Yeah. I don't want somebody necessarily working on my body that also isn't in alignment with, what they're doing and facilitating. So that's one thing, is making sure they have some experience under their belt. I like to say, as I told Phil, massage is like pizza, right? It's all bread and cheese. And, once you've had one out of a wood burning oven, you recognize that there's that ingredient quality and the taste and the flavor and the intention that goes into it. And it's definitely different when compared to the fast food ragu delivery style pizza. Not there's not a time and place for both.
No, of course not. Yeah, of course.
And you get what you pay for. Our therapists, none have less right now than 5 years experience. If they have less than 10, we personally mentor them. That's why I founded Mountain Mobile Education, to close the gap, to accelerate licensed therapists to achieve things and strategies and techniques and even personal self-care regimens that you only achieve being in the field for 20 years, like myself and my lead therapists.
Amazing. Amazing. Oh my goodness. With all your experience, all your knowledge, and you clearly are passionate and love what you do. Wow. Okay. Where next? Because there's still so many more notes. I want to make sure we're covering everything about, your yoga instructors, your personal trainers, your estheticians. There's a lot.
Right. And it's so funny because I always joke. I mean, I am trading my Cadillac in for a brand new Sasquatch limited edition Bronco this Saturday, but I always say that I drive a Cadillac because of my neck technique alone. It's called the Della Torre neck technique. And I did not know, you're going to love this lady, okay. Mrs. Della Torre, okay? I did not know until I met this 81-year-old retired semi-retired massage therapist in Fairhope, Alabama 2 years ago, and she taught me the Delatore neck technique. That massage techniques can be patented. Mrs. Delatore traveled the world to teach this neck technique at these different high-end luxury spas and resorts. She even wrote the book Getting Married and Divorced on the French Riviera that you can look up on Amazon. I know you'd love her. You ever drop by Fairhope, I'll give you the information. She'll still see people privately in her home spa to this day. And what's really interesting about her, because it's all about body mechanics and being mindful of ergonomic position. I see how you're sitting, Jill.
Well, no, wait, hold. I can't. I don't have. Look, but look, we can't see because this. But I have like the neck thing, and I never use it. I sit like this. I hunch. I know you're probably already judging me, but it's true. I do. I hunch.
But we give you the Jersey once over twice, because that's actually, this is another tip about your therapist. You ever go for a massage and your therapist will walk you to their room, but they'll walk in front of you?
Oh,
you ever notice? They're supposed to walk behind you because they're supposed to be assessing your gait. They're looking to see if the clavicles tilted, your hips, so they know how to best address your person. Now, me, I might walk in front of you, but I'm going to give you the Jersey twice over my shoulder. So
you know what? It's been like probably like a year since I had a massage, so I don't really remember. I'm not privy to anymore. Yes, I don't.
That is at least once a month for general health maintenance. That's like statistic there.
Oh my goodness. All right, thank you. I got to get a move on this. But I see. So you're assessing. So what? Like, so you're assessing me. So you've noticed neck posture, what? And I keep moving up.
And I'm not judging either.
No, I need you to judge because I'm like, I don't know what to do with this chair. I got the perfect ergonomic chair, so they say, but guess what? I never use the headrest like this, or else I'd look like this.
I know.
Do you mind if I talk to you like this? No. But
all about mindfulness, and at least you're aware of that, you know.
Well, so, thanks to you. You just made me, but yeah.
Yeah, and like you said, you've got the chair, and you want me to judge. I mean, you know, this is what I love about
please.
It resonates with most people. And even like, you know, the basic tip is, they say, you know, if you're always carrying your purse on the left side, switch it up and carry it on the right side, because that's going to make a difference with weight displacement and eventually how our body will compensate to the patterns of our profession, or, you know, the sports and extracurricular activities we do, etc.
All right. Thank you. What else do you have for us today, darling? I love this, Laurén.
Well, I'm too, because I bet you didn't know that there is every year a state massage championship and a world massage championship.
No,
and this
what?
is my first year next month in May in Knoxville. They combine Tennessee and Alabama because we're smaller states. But I am competing in the Tennessee Alabama Massage Championships.
Oh my goodness.
In the Western freestyle category. And the world championship this year is actually in Copenhagen.
Oh my.
Well, I'm not popular enough in my new home county to get the vote for Franklin County's finest, but by permission, I can disclose we're only allowed to disclose you're our client unless you give us permission to, because of HIPAA. Actually, by law, if you're my client, I can't even say hello to you in person. You have to acknowledge me first.
Really?
Yes. Yeah. So if you ever like run into your massage therapist out in public and they ignore you, don't take it personal. Just say hi to them first. That's like one of those like unspoken things. Like I think there's like this old law in New Jersey from like the 1900s where you're really not allowed to frown at a cop, and they never changed it. So if they want to nail you for it, my first degree is in criminal justice and I teach Tennessee law and ethics, but just these funny kind of rules. But yeah, you have to acknowledge us first. In public.
Are you there? You froze.
I'm here, yes.
Good. Gotcha. I'm like, wait, no, we didn't lose her yet. All right, good. I don't want to, because I do massage, and that's what we're talking about. And this is so creative. I mean,
no, right?
I mean, what's coming up? So you have, when is this, by the way? When is this competition? Do I call it?
The Tennessee Alabama Massage Championships this year is being hosted in Knoxville in May. I think it's May 27th. But next month alone, the 17th, we're actually flying in an instructor from South Dakota because so we are required every year to take continuing education.
Okay.
biannually, we are required to take Tennessee law and ethics, but we have to do so many 24 continuing education credits in a 2-year period. And last year, this is how into it I am, Jill, because I also teach and I teach aqua yoga. But have you ever done sensory deprivation floating?
Just they call it float in New York City. It's like in a tank,
Yeah,
and we
in the
is that
pond.
the sensory word I'm not familiar with. Wait, is that the same thing?
That's my word. Yeah, sensory deprivation,
God,
because you're in
God.
the I gotta send you. I interviewed one of the very first person who had them and put them in New Jersey like 10 years ago. It was a great episode. It's on YouTube. I'll have to
Okay,
send that
okay,
to you.
okay.
But that weightlessness, right? So there's a modality of massage. It's called aquatic body work. So last year, I installed a 12 by 24, 4.5 foot deep, 90-degree saltwater heated therapy pool.
Wow.
And also last year, I had taken my lead therapist to Asheville to do a shiatsu as our continuing education, because I try to sponsor a lot of the credits. It's like bonus of
Mm-hmm.
finding a contractor with my company. Well, this year I'm flying in Chantel Williamson from Integrity Education to
Yeah.
certify myself and my lead therapist to offer aquatic body work. So
Ooh.
you're weightless like you are when you're floating, right? You're bolstered with the noodles. You're not going to drown. It's 4 feet deep. And we do more like Thai stretching and massage while you're weightless in the water. So that's
Wow.
like the next level, at least for me, of I was just requested to teach, and I don't teach paddleboard yoga, but we just had a request for that. So my mind's going now.
Look at you. Oh my God. This is fascinating. You clearly are so passionate about what you do. And I mean, I could imagine. That's why you must have so many amazing clients, right? They all keep coming back.
I've seen miracles with this work. That's the
Tell
truth.
me, tell me. I want, can you share some of them?
I have, they will come on and give testimony, but I have had one woman in particular who had hip pain for 20 years. And after regular work, hip pain subsided, hasn't come back. And now she just calls for general maintenance. I have a woman who teaches, actually, two ladies moved down here from Long Island. They raise champion Boykin Spaniels, Top Guns.
Wow.
And they're partners. So the one will, they'll breed them, and the other one will teach them how to shoot, for bird dogs, and
Yeah.
not be afraid of guns and that sort of thing. Well, this poor lady, her shoulders got impinged like this, like the scapula was down.
Wow.
And she couldn't literally get her arm more than a few inches off her side. So after
Mm-hmm.
8 weeks, one massage a week, really intensive stuff, we had her pointing to 1 o'clock. Now it's been over a year. She doesn't even remember the pain that she was in. We're on to the next thing. We're chasing the pain here. It's always, and that's the thing with regular massage. So, like you haven't gone in a year, right? So, when
No.
you were to come to me, I would literally just be trying to put out the fire. I'd
Yeah.
be doing my best, doing as many miracles as I could in that hour, 90 minute, which I want to tell you about why 90 minute in a moment. But I'm just trying to put out that fire. Now, with more regular massage, we can really eradicate that, get to the root cause, and keep it at bay. Okay. But here's the thing. Here's some science, more science. Why 90 minute?
My, tell me. Yeah.
Have you ever heard of a state of entrainment or theta brainwaves?
Nope.
How about, come on, Eckhart Tolle, the power of now? I'm in the now.
That is, yes, I have heard of that. But I'm sorry, I have to divert 1 second. The
Yeah.
last massage I had, okay, again, I don't go to get massages often. And I went with my friend, we did this thing, and we went, and I hate to say it, but it was a 60-minute massage. But when I got there, it was only 50 minutes because they included, I don't know if this is true or not, or you're supposed to, they included the time you change in the beginning and the end. I'm like, I thought it's 60 minutes hands-on. Is that like a scam or is that normal?
Okay, so my company, and we will tell you that we give you the full 60 minute, but most places,
Okay.
it's 5 minutes to undress in the beginning, 5 minutes to undress
Okay.
at the end, or drape at the end.
All
And
right.
it drives me nuts when there's one venue in the area who are offering 50-minute massages, and they're charging like double and a half that we charge, but I know that that's only going to be a 40-minute session, and I know that the majority of it, they're saying, oh, you get the scrub and the this
Yes.
and that. but there's no skill level of massage there.
Got
Anybody
it.
can put
Mm-hmm.
the butter. So that drives me nuts. But yes, that is standard unless
Okay. Didn't know that. Sorry to interrupt, but that's what hit me. But I like
no,
this 90-minute thing. It sounds a lot
yeah.
better.
So like when you listen to classical music, you relax. They say it puts you in what's called a state of entrainment or theta
Oh,
brain.
like a trance, I'm thinking. But yeah, same thing.
And that's when, there's science to back it, that spontaneous healing can occur. So the thing is, it takes the average person a minimum of 40 minutes to get into this so-called state of entrainment, even if they're able to relax enough. I know I'm not able to, right? Especially if I'm on the table, with a new therapist or something. That's another reason, find someone and stick to them if you're able to, because they get to learn your body, whatever. But 90-minute, when we do 2 hours, whatever, but we always suggest at least a 90-minute so we can be super thorough, and it
Yeah.
accelerates your chances of being able to get into this theta state where it's going to be even more beneficial. And the equivalent to
Wow.
that is like 8 hours of rest on the body.
Okay, this sounds interesting. I need this. Okay, wow. Give me 8 hours in that amount of time. As a mom, that's very valuable.
Lifestyle, and that's the thing too. We come to you, so I don't want to hear an excuse of, as many excuses that you can't fit regular massage into your schedule.
Well, I'm ready. Could you come to New York? All right, we're almost out of time though. I hate this. I can't.
I
Oh,
come
do we
up
have more
with-
shows together?
Oh, I'm one and done, Jill.
Well, you are amazing. You're one and done. You're pretty awesome. Okay, what do you want people to know? Since we are towards the end of the show, I mean, I'm going to connect with you on social media after this. But like, really, how did you want to leave off for today?
Yeah, well, I love Instagram followers. We are all spelled out, Mountain Mobile Massage on Instagram. You can also find us on Facebook. It's abbreviated there. mountainmobilemassage.net is our website. On there, we have a tab, which is a booking request link. We specialize in spa, bridal, group, corporate, chair massage events. We have so many people literally who take that 2-hour hop from your area down to Nashville, stay at the downtown Hilton. Now, these venues and hotels that do not have a spa on site is our sweet spot, because we hold the insurance and liability to turn those venues and Airbnbs and Verbos and rentals into a temporary massage setup.
I love it.
So we can come, we can facilitate your services. We have spa stations, yoga, whatever. If you book 2 or more, an esthetician will come out.
I love it. I just followed you back, by the way. I followed you back. I'm excited. I'm going to look you up. Keep in touch. And for everyone out there, please, Laurén, one more time, tell us how we can reach you.
Yes. So mountainmobilemassage.net, 423-883-4330. Our live booking agent will help you out.
Thank you so much, sweetheart. You have a fantastic day. And hopefully we'll say till next time, because we will connect again. I love your energy and I love what you do. And I do massage, she says. You're on. Thank you. Hopefully we'll see each other one of these days. Thank you again for being here. This is so exciting. Have a fantastic day, darling. Bye.
This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.